Now it appears that Meghan Markle, the one-time member of the British monarchy and of course former actress, has said that she has regrets. I wonder what those regrets are about, and more importantly, do they resonate now finally with the United Kingdom and more importantly the British public? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're all keeping well, fine and dandy as ever. This particular story really caught my eye simply because, of course, as we know, Meghan Markle may have a few regrets. In particular, I would suggest one of the biggest regrets really was lying on screen about that alleged secret wedding, which of course then the Archbishop of Canterbury had to come out and basically say it never happened. How embarrassing for the head of the Church of England to have to come out and basically say, I'm not quite sure exactly where she got that idea from. As ever, people were very kind with Meghan and suggested that she may of course have been thinking about a private blessing or simply just a rehearsal. It seems to happen time and time again, doesn't it? You know, the forgetfulness. Perhaps she just forgot she secretly didn't get married. But moving forward, the biggest regret apparently is this. Now, as I say, lots of people might suggest that Meghan has a lot to be regretful for, particularly the hurt that she's sort of impaired on the British monarchy. Now, many people could say, look, you know, you're just being biased, Neil. Look at Prince Andrew, look what he's doing. Yes, no one is blameless. Let's not forget there's lots of problems for our gracious Majesty the Queen. But simply she didn't foresee these problems when she undertook and was very kindly gracious to Meghan as she entered the British monarchy way back in late 2016, early 2017. Let's not forget, of course, she was the very first person to be invited as an unmarried spouse to Sandringham, of course, for Christmas, and more importantly then, of course, was invited on the royal train alongside our gracious Majesty the Queen. It looked like they were forming a very good relationship. So is that what Meghan regrets, the hurt, that sort of thing? Well, apparently, oh no, it's not that. Actually, she regrets the backlash that she had after appearing on the Ellen show. That was the one where, of course, she was eating like a chipmunk, drinking from a baby's bottle and squatting. Now, according to a very good source, Meghan thought herself that this would really sort of put her on par with the British public. They would see a fun side to Meghan, you know. After all this dire PR, the negative stories, they would see exactly what Prince Harry had fallen in love with and hopefully the rest of the world. Now, of course, according to that very good source, and as ever we have to say allegedly, she can't believe the backlash that came from it and would like it removed, scrubbed from the internet. Very difficult, of course, when the person who invited you on and suggested you do such things is a close neighbour that you invited for a Halloween party. I'm wondering now how close Ellen will be moving forward in that very complicated world of Harry and Meghan. But on a more serious note, isn't it strange with people how they look at things about their own image, their own privilege, rather than, of course, looking at the bigger picture of how they may be perceived by not just the British public, but of course someone who truly opened their world, their home and their hearts to them. We're talking, of course, about our gracious Majesty the Queen. I do hope somewhere in that very, very deep psyche of Meghan's, she does actually have a thought for the people that, allegedly some have said, may have juggernauted along the way. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.